last where we left off with the Meddlers of Mischief, you guys explored the tombs down beneath. Deciding to have Galliford and Sonia scout ahead into the frozen depths below. They were confronted with two iced over doors. Unknowing how to proceed, they decide to go back and rejoin the group, in which you guys backtracked to the storm trial, in which again Galliford and Sonia were confronted with another door, unable to figure out how to open it. Sonia smacked it with her mace, chipping a piece of rock off of it. Galliford attacking it with a thunder spell, only for the spell to reverberate and bounce back at them at twice the power. You all then decided to head back up to your fort, where you rested, had a snowball fight. And Caradwin woke up in the middle of the night with the 12-sided puzzle box in her hands. After a long rest, you guys, in gathering some cold winter gear, you descended back down to the ice trial, to which, with enough strength, Stig was able to open the door. Open one of the doors, I should say, in this icy dungeon. Upon exploring, you encountered several ice elementals and an ice-like creature that started to freeze Stig and Caradwin into place with his icy gaze. Stig was able to dispatch of the creature quickly, and Caradwin was able to block its line of sight so it wouldn't do any more harm. After a success, you all are now standing within a icy statuary where realistic statues of frozen ice sculptures surround you. So, what do you do?
I would like to inspect the statues, see if I can kind of discern if they were obviously the previous owners or other ancient warriors. So I'm basically looking for notable features on them.
You can give me an investigation check. Well, you can tell that these do seem lifelike, but you can't tell if if they were once real people, if they were people of importance. They are just very right. You can tell that these are very well made ice sculptures.
Stig will look around the room and he's like, well, is that all we had to do?
I mean, is that all we had to do? You blasted a wave that hurt some of us.
Well, I mean, we conquered the snow, right?
Hopefully. Gotta give you a code word when you're gonna use that technique next time.
I mean, there's another door. I think we probably have to go further in. I don't feel like this is the end of whatever this room is supposed to do.
Mason will step in. It's like, whatever we do, can we move on? This is not my favorite place. Stig will open the door.
All right, you push through the icy door and
Sonia, you doing okay? Mason asks.
I'm doing as good as I can after almost dying.
Do you need a little pick-me-up? I can give you some healing.
Sure, I'll take some of that.
Alright, Mason will cure wounds at second. Yeah, he'll do it at second level.
okay.
Does he have a button for Q? Yes, he does. So, Sonia, you get 14 hit points back.
Okay. That feels a little bit better.
Knowing Stig, we're probably gonna enter some more combat soon.
I've got some healing left in me, so we should be okay. So
And again,
really
then again, look who's talking.
In this room, Stig, you see more of those ice gargoyles holding blue flames along the wall, and in the center of the wall, you see what seems to be a statue of a warrior.
Stig just nods. Yeah, I get it. That thing's gonna come to life and attack us. Alright, I'll get this party started. Stig will go up to the statue and he'll, wrap it with his glaive.
Okay, make an attack roll against the statue.
Hey-ya!
That's a hit. You basically behead this statue of this Viking-like warrior, and if the head falls to the ground.
Important.
Well, that was easy.
I'm gonna inspect the head and the statue.
Okay. The statue again looks like a Viking warrior. He in his hands with the he's wielding a great axe. It looks like he has wearing chainmail like armor, a wolf fur cloak. His helmet looks like that of a drake. He seems to be a very powerful, or at one point a very. I'm having a word blank today.
A warlord?
Not a warrior.
Formidable?
He like a warrior from the Viking era.
Wonder if those was just a statue or if he was actually frozen. I'm gonna turn the head over to where Stig had severed
This
it,
is a stone statue.
Okay, that's what I was looking to see if the features where he cut look like a body, but maybe frozen in time.
Mason would like to look at the head and see if possibly he's somebody of note that he might recognize.
He can give me an history check. Mason,
Yeah.
After investigating about the dungeon underneath, Mason recognizes that this is one of the warriors or followers that has held one of the items that you guys are looking for down here.
One of the legendary heroes.
Yes, of that group that the fort used to belong to.
Do you think they left all these creatures down here to guard something? Were they so strong they could do that?
Well, these aren't exactly monsters that live here, I don't believe.
Curious. Stig, if you suddenly had a tomb guarding stuff of yours after you're long gone, what would you have guard in your place?
Never really thought about it that way. I figured that those who I had trained would keep my treasure safe. I wouldn't necessarily trust monsters.
Before I forget, if you guys in your handouts, you should all see a lightning rod. That's the lightning rod that Mason and Caradron made.
The only thing in this room was that statue and then the smaller ones holding the blue flames, right?
Yes, to illuminate the room.
I'm trying to remember why the four heroes, what they made this dungeon for a reason.
Mason would remember that this is their tomb. That they each had a piece of an ancient artifact that was used against during the war against the Great Old Ones. And each warrior specialized basically in a particular element or terrain or whatnot. And this warrior was great with ice and the cold.
I don't suppose the statue will holds a secret to what his piece of the artifact was.
You can Mason can give me, since he's right there, an investigation check.
Can I give him the help action?
You're not right there, so no.
Oh, well, I mean, I can move up to him.
Now, can she help me?
I already asked for a roll.
Yeah, but can she help me in this role?
Make a roll.
With advantage or not?
No. You cannot see what perhaps he would be wielding, what his piece of the artifact would be.
I bet you it's some kind of axe or something.
Well, he's holding an axe right there, but that may not be the piece of the artifact. It could be, but we just don't know for sure. It could just be an axe.
Maybe we haven't found it yet.
What if
Keeps
it's
around.
a blue flame that keeps the area cold?
Mason holds his hands up because I deal with physical stuff mostly.
I was saying that more to get everyone to laugh. Shall we?
Allow me, Stig says. What's behind door number? What are we on? 4.
You find that you're back at the entrance that you were where you came.
Well, that can't be. We missed something.
But where? Mason asks.
Gallenford's going back to that statue.
Mason will follow.
Last time I was just looking to see if it might have been an actual person. This time I'm going to see if I can discern if there's anything magical or special that can possibly be removed, or at least give us a key to what we're supposed to retrieve from here, or where the tomb is.
Give me an investigation check.
Can Mason assist?
Yes. You notice, Gallenford, that on what you can tell that on his gear, though, it seems to be a round orb on his belt. It's kind of out of place for a warrior, for somebody like him. But you do not see any clues as to what else you may have missed.
The orb on the belt on this statue, it's stone, not the actual orb.
Correct.
We didn't check the body of that Medusa last time, did we? Or whatever that thing was.
I don't think there was anything on her. We didn't specifically make any rolls.
think there's
As
a secret
Gallenford starts off
passage in here?
that way, I just say, "Look for an orb."
What did you say, Carla?
I said, do you think there's a secret passage here? Maybe like behind
Mason
one of
was
these.
thinking just exactly the same thing.
I'm looking at the gargoyles.
Mason will be. I know we've already inspected the statue, but he's going to be looking for something else now.
Okay. Sonia and Mason, give me perception checks.
I'm going to add a flash of genius to make it a 15.
Sonia, everything, the gargoyles seem to be are not real. But everything in this frozen room is all iced and glazed over. You can't you're kind of even though you're used to the mountain air, it's starting to get a little cold. Like this is unnaturally cold. Mason, as he's looking around, he catches a glimpse of that the wall over here. The ice doesn't seem to be as thick as the rest of the ice on the rest of the wall. Gallenford, Caradwin, and Kazlan, what are you guys doing?
I'm searching the body of the beheaded Medusa to see if maybe the orb was on it.
Right away you can tell that this creature does not have any clothes. And it is a naked creature, and it does not seem to. You can tell right away it does not seem to have any sort of orb or item on it, on its body.
Sonia, Stig, come take a look at this. This ice here feels thinner than the rest.
Yeah, definitely feels like it. Tap raps at it. Should we smash it? Or should we wait for the others?
I think it best if we smash it. Stig says,
Okay.
"It's getting cold." Stig is going to make an attack against the wall.
Okay, give me an attack roll. Uh, 19 hits.
14.
You begin to crack the ice into this wall, and it does not. It seems to give more than would be a solid wall.
I want to whack at it.
Right where you're standing.
Well, I'm gonna ask Stig to move so I can do another. I'm gonna do one with the mace for a 10. I don't think.
Your mace ricochets off the ice wall.
Okay, I'm not strong enough, I guess.
What are you guys doing?
Secret passage?
Oh, that's what we should have been looking for.
Uh, 25 definitely hits. Another good, solid hit would probably knock it over.
You got this, Stig, or you need some help?
Jeremy, we can't hear you. Your third hit ricochets off the ice. You slip on your footing.
Let me have a go. Gallifrey, realizing he's got a rapier and not a weapon really meant for cracking ice, is going to try and pinpoint his focus on one of the cracks that Stig created.
Okay. The door topples open.
It was all you, Stig.
Stig, as you enter this tomb, you see more of those statues on each of the pillars and holding again a blue flame to illuminate the room. On the left, to your left hand side, you see a sarcophagus, and standing over it is a statue of a multi-headed frost giant with a really large battle axe in his hand.
How big is this room?
Height-wise is about 50 feet, and it's all covered in ice.
It's been a while, and I'm gonna try new tactics since I got a little reffed up last time. So Gallifrey's gonna whistle, calling for Excalibur for him to mount, because I'm anticipating movement.
Okay. Sonia, stop.
Did I go back?
Yep, go back. As you get there, and with everybody's focus and attention on to the sarcophagus, you all hear a low growl behind you.
Oh.
And crawling from its hiding spot is a large six-legged blue scaled creature.
Oh.
And we are going to, as it crawls its way down to the ground, and we are going to roll initiative.
I didn't touch anything, I swear. I was just walking.
Everybody in. Gallenford or Caradwin, who wants to go first? Doesn't your Griffin need to be in initiative?
Oh yeah, I couldn't remember if we had it going on my turn or not. I'll put it in now.
All right, Caslin, you see this very large, scaly, six-legged creature crawling down from the wall and onto the ground.
Is this a pillar right here?
Yes, those are pillars.
Caslin is gonna walk up it and unleash 3 arrows upon this thing.
How high?
For now, he will only go. He'll go 30 feet.
What's his movement speed?
$40.
He's moved more than half his movement speed. I need a dexterity saving throw in order not to slip from the ice.
Oh, okay.
So he goes up 15 feet, and he's able to not slip off from the pillar.
Okay, and here is his first shot. Here's his second shot.
Hold on.
Okay.
All right. The second shot, however, is a miss. The creature dodges his second arrow.
And here is the third and final one.
Yep, that's gonna hit.
And the Dread Ambusher, since it was his first go on the round.
All right. Dealing some grievous wounds to this thing already it is not happy at all.
And that is his turn. I'll write his height on his name so you know how high up he is.
Okay. Sonia.
Sonia's gonna toll the bells, toll the dead.
Wisdom save. $23.
Alright, they'll take no damage. I'll stay where I'm at for now.
Okay. The Griffin.
The Griffin is going to fly up and hover over the creature and claw and beak at it.
Okay.
First one is the beak attack and then the claw. That's a miss.
Be sure to also, when you're done, write how high he is, just so I know as well.
Okay.
That's gonna miss. That will hit.
That'll be its turn. Oh, does it not have a name tag? Never mind. Okay, writing how high up he is.
Mason.
Mason's going to move there, and he is going to cast Mind Sliver.
Okay. Intelligence save. A 12.
He goes, let's see if this thing can have a brain freeze.
It's 9. Does it do anything else?
Yes, he takes a 1d4 minus to all saving throws for this round.
I will put that on it. All right, is that Mason's turn?
Yes.
Stig.
I'm charging. Let's do this. Raging. I did have to move more than half my movement.
Then I need a dexterity save to stay on the ice. Good enough.
Alright. Let's start hacking this thing to pieces. Fly true, Black Marrow.
Activate your ability to hit Galliford again.
19.
A 19 will hit.
I thought you said you can only do it once a day or something.
I can. I can cast one of the 2 spells once per day. Coming in second time. Black Marrow.
Hit.
We know that hits.
As this thing's being bloodied and over half dead. Sonia.
I'm not done yet.
I know this.
Oh wait.
As I know, I'm not. Sonia, you
No.
hear the cracking of stone and ice behind you.
It,
As
Uh,
the statue behind you comes to life.
Mason goes, okay, we might have a problem.
I thought it was too easy.
I'm gonna quickly roll initiative for it. I gotta do this real quick. I keep forgetting. Okay. I rolled a 5 as well. God damn it! But it's gonna go last. All right, so Sid, continue your turn as you look behind you in a furious rage as the giant comes to life.
He goes, I'll be with you in a minute. And that is the end of his turn because it's a bonus action to rage.
Oh, that's your turn,
Yes.
Gallenford.
Gallenford raises his rapier, but then hears the cracking of the stone and seeing the giant come to life over his shoulder, he's going to trigger his mirror image, which will actually mirror not just him, but Excalibur since he is mounted.
Does that work like that?
It sure does.
Post it. Wait, why are you posting Find Greater Steed?
Excalibur is summoned through Find Greater Steed. I just recalled him. When you're on your Find Greater Steed, a spell that you cast when mounted affects them as well.
Okay.
And since that's my action, that would be my turn, casting Mirror Image.
So if Mirror Image goes away off on your Griffin, is Mirror Image still on you?
I don't know.
I think they each have their mirror image makes the clones, right?
Yeah,
I would assume that Excalibur has its own clones.
You can make any spell you cast that targets only you also target the mount. So I'm gonna say with that specific wording, I'm gonna say yes. You have basically you have your own separate set of clones.
I'll put a mark on both of us to signify it.
Yes. Caradwin. You're casting banishment. You're muted if you can't talk and we can't hear you. Oh. On the giant? What's the charisma save? 18! I succeed! Yes! One of his 3 heads laughs at you, Carradine, as it breaks through your magic. Alright. The Frost Salamander. Sees it. It's going to attack you, Stig. It was gonna turn its gaze on the Griffin and Gallenford, but you came up to it and you seem to be a weaker target. Seem to be. So
I feel insulted.
It's going to attack you 5 times.
Okay.
Here.
Well, now I'm gonna know what it feels like.
Here comes the first attack. 22.
That hits.
8.
Gonna take 4.
18.
That hits.
Another 8. 26.
Yep.
10. A crit fail. And now his 5th attack. 17.
Yep.
I only rolled a 1 on the... So it claws at you with... It finds purchase with 3 out of his 4 claws, and then it bites down on your shoulder, Stig.
Stig is actually enjoying this. It's like, now this is what it's like. This is what I was born to do.
It is now the Frost Giant's turn. It sees that its precious pet is bleeding. And as a bonus action, it's going to go into basically a barbarian rage. And it's going to lift its great axe to you, Sonia, and attack you with it. A crit. So
Stone endurance.
3D Stone endurance.
I still take the damage. I just don't take as much.
So okay, so 3D 12. So it's 36 plus 32, right? So it's 68. Point.
Okay. And then this is my stones and dirt. Where is it? So I'll reduce 7 of that.
Okay. How you holding?
I'm literally at 2 HP, so that was something.
So you're still standing?
I'm still standing.
It's gonna attack you again.
Yep.
A 25.
Uh-huh.
33 slashing.
I'm down.
Mason will... Sonia! Guys! Help!
Top of the round, Coslin.
Man, fuck. Let's see. Caslin doesn't have any healing, so Caslin is just going to shoot this fucker.
Oh, I will also, so you guys can see its health bar.
Should I sharpshoot a regular shot? Let's see if I get any luck with sharpshoot.
Oh, who are you shooting?
Oh, sorry, the giant.
That's a hit.
Sonya's.
Okay, this is 29. All right.
And here's his second shot, also a sharpshooter.
Hit. Oh, wait. Piercing. I forgot. I need the half the piercing. So half of 23 is... Is it 11?
11. It's 11.
Okay. And so half of 19 is... God damn.
9.
Thank you.
And then he's going to... Ooh, I should have did this first. He's going to take cover for now. Which is really just walking around the pillar.
Okay.
That's his turn.
Sonia, can you please give me a death saving throw? That's one failed save. Excalibur.
Excalibur is going to peck and claw at this salamander.
A 9 will miss, and a 12 will miss.
Oh shit. Okay, that is his turn.
Mason.
I'm coming, Sonia. Mason's going to go there, and he's going to cure wounds. Sonia, 4th level.
Okay.
Clear. All right, Sonia, you're up with 17.
Really hurt. My lungs.
Mason just goes, ugh. We're not out of this yet.
Is that your turn, Mason?
Yes.
Stig.
Stig will look at Godfrey and goes, you better get over there or I will.
You got this handled?
Please, this is what I do.
Very well then.
Alright, seeing that Gallenford is supposed to go fight the giant, Stig will continue this fight. I'm gonna go reckless. Let's end this fast. Fly, Black Marrow. For a crit.
All right.
That is 31 points of damage.
You all can see their health bars, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to make sure. So you guys can see.
Second strike. Fly, Black Marrow. Almost.
26 of a hit.
10, and then I going to use my bonus action reverse glaive attack for just a 14.
A 14, unfortunately, will not hit. Will not penetrate his hide.
And then I will step right there, kind of giving Galliford a little bit of leeway. Let's go, Lizard.
All right.
I'm putting you in the trophy room.
Galliford.
Seeing as I have to actually have Excalibur move me over there, for this turn, I will just trigger something to make it easier for us. And I'm going to trigger the haste in my rapier. So our movement is doubled. That was my bonus action.
So is Mirror Image dropped then?
Let me double check.
Are they both concentration spells?
Mirror Image is not a concentration spell.
Okay.
Haste that's triggered from the rapier, but I believe I would still have to concentrate like the actual spell.
Yeah, you don't expend a spell slot, but you're still concentrating.
And since I need Excalibur to move, I'll at least see if I can kill this thing off to free both of us up. So 3 rapier attacks at it.
Stig is a little miffed because you're supposed to be going after the giant.
He'll motion to Excalibur, is already turning, kind of mid-turning and looking that way.
19 is a hit. So. That's a miss.
Aw, man.
Sorry, Sig, he killed it.
Galliford, the kill stealer.
You can take its head when we're done. We have bigger fish to fry.
I'm the one that's telling you that. I had this. You just blue-balled me, man.
The giant is in a frenzy after seeing the salamander go down. Is that your turn,
And-
Galliford?
Yeah.
Caradwin. Okay. Go ahead. Fire breath.
Flavor text.
Caradwin, as you cast your fire lightning bolt, you suddenly remember all fire spells are instantly extinguished in this dungeon. As you recall, you try to use fire, 3 lances of fire against some elementals, and in a previous fight. Is that your turn? All right, Mason. As you look up to the fire to this frost giant, you see some of its wounds heal.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Mason says.
It's going to raise its axe up and attack Sonia once and Mason once. It has advantage against Sonia because she's prone.
Yeah, I don't think Mason has anything that he can do to defend.
For 28. $27 slashing damage. And Mason, this is normal for a crit.
Oh, I don't think Mason doesn't have anything that counters crits either, I don't think.
So 36 plus 27 is...
Is this a magic weapon?
No.
Okay, so Mason's gonna resist that.
So what's max damage again? It's 30...
36 plus 27.
Okay, yeah. Which is 63. Yep, 63.
So I'm going to take 31. That's my 2 from my ward, so 29. Keep track, everybody. No, first the ward goes. So that's 61. Now I resist it, so 30. Minus 3 from Heavy Armor Master. I remember, what else did he have? Is that everything?
I think. Honestly, I think so. I don't know.
I guess he's just never been hit this hard. I mean, 27 from 60 is still alright. But I'm used to him getting like 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Yeah. The war took 2, and then he resists half, and then he minuses 3. I guess that is it.
Yeah, this is just a big ass. The giant's just wielding a giant-sized battle axe. This is not magical. But still, that's a grievous wound. Coslin.
Kaslin's gonna circle back around and bonus action cast lightning arrow and then unleash 2 sharpshooter attacks. Hopefully he will hit.
Uh, 15 is the magic number.
And since that one had the lightning, There.
Hold on. 14 will miss.
Oh, it makes a separate attack for that one.
The next time you make a ranged weapon attack. Yep. You need a 15 to hit.
Okay. That will be his turn.
Is that concentration? Okay. Sonia, can I please have another death save? That's one failed death.
Sonia, don't leave us.
Excalibur.
Excalibur, with its haste, is going to fly up in defense of the others and attack this giant.
Uh, 20 hits. That's a hit.
And that's Excalibur's turn.
Mason.
I think Mason will grapple. He's going to grapple Sonia and go 5.
Hold
10.
on. When you step right next to Sonya, you move out of its range, and you provoke an opportunity attack.
Okay.
$17.
No.
With
Mason will grab Sonia, and he's going to just drag her away.
okay.
That is his action.
Okay. Stig. Wait. I need a dex check.
I know, I'm getting to it. Dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Does my danger sense come into this?
It's not. What's danger sense?
Effects you can see, such as traps.
This is not a trap.
Yeah, but it's a dangerous effect. I can see the ice is slick.
Well, you
And I just scoot along like nobody's business. Let's kill this thing, Gallenford. Black Marrow. Fly true. 14.
that will miss, unfortunately.
Black Marrow once more. A 26.
Hit.
Reversed.
Okay.
A 17.
Hit.
Got dunked. Turn finished.
Alright. Gallenford.
First, to help with the heavy blow that our party's been receiving, Gallenford is going to Mass Healing Word. Sorry, too many buttons. Everyone take 11. And then I'm gonna strike at this guy 3 times. You said the magic number was 15?
Yeah.
Shit. And that's my turn.
Caradwin. Oh, I see what you're trying to do, but unfortunately, your hand does not get past his patchwork armor. Is that your turn, Caradwin? Right. Stig and Galliford, you see its wounds heal a bit.
We gotta hit him hard, and we gotta hit him fast.
My two favorite friends, speed and power.
It's going to attack you, Stig. For 21.
Yep. I'll take 15.
Okay. And then it's going to try to attack the Griffin. So do you roll? I can't remember. I see multiple variations of this. I keep forgetting which one we use.
I roll to see if it gets rid of a clone after you roll to see if you hit me.
Okay. 16 against the Griffin.
That will hit the Griffin, so let me see if it's a clone. It's a clone.
Okay. So the Griffin has 2 clones left, right?
Yes.
As a huge creature, so it's walking over you guys. Kazlin.
Kazlin sees this thing coming in his direction. Is there any other spells he has? Damn, the flame arrow won't work. He is going to... He's going to try and lightning arrow it again.
Okay. Well, it's a concentration spell, right? So isn't it still going?
Oh, you're right.
Please.
Until I hit.
Your next time next time you make a ranged weapon attack during the spell's it's gone. My bad.
Okay.
The weapon during the spell's duration, the weapon ammunition or the weapon itself, if it's a thrown weapon, blah blah blah. So it's almost like a smite, but it says when you make attacked her.
Okay, so he'll cast it again.
You next time read it better because whether you hit or miss, each creature within 10 feet of the target must make a Dex saving throw.
Oh, never mind.
Each of these creatures takes 2d8 lightning damage on a failed save for half as much on a successful one.
I'll just sharpshoot it.
Uh, 17 will hit.
And he'll circle around the pillar.
Okay. Sonia, it is your turn.
Get up,
I
get up,
for
get
half
up.
my movement. And I'm gonna cast Destructive Wave.
Self, strike the ground from a burst. Each creature.
Only the
Oh,
only the giant. Thank you.
I say each creature you choose. I was hoping it would hit everybody, but con save.
Mhm.
23.
It'll take half.
Radiant or necrotic?
Radiant.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
You rolled the damage?
It's at the top.
Oh, I see it now. Half of 23 is 11? Half of 19. Okay. Hey, Thunder is...
I can't.
Yep. Is that it?
That's all I can do.
Alright. It is now the Griffin's turn.
As I see how these attacks are landing, I kind of just Gallifrey whispers into Excalibur's ear, "We gotta beef up your claw attacks." But that's his turn.
Alright. Mason.
Mason looks at Sonya and is like, "Dang, you are fearless."
That's me.
I do have a strategy. I just don't know if we want to use it. In the meantime, Mason will just strike at the giant. Thunder gauntlets, go! A 16.
A 16 will hit.
Alright, 4 thunder, and you have disadvantage on against everybody except me. Second thunder gauntlet. 17, we know that hits for 8. Knowing that he might be the next target, he's going to use a bonus action to use a defensive field. It's an artificer ability, bonus action. He gains temporary hit points equal to his level, which is 8.
Okay.
So beefed himself up just a little bit. So Sonya, if you need to run away, you have a better chance of surviving now. Turn done.
Stig.
Stig is going for them ankles. Black Marrow fly true. 21
Hit.
for 11. Second attack. For a crit. That'll be 26. Reverse grip. Another 21 for 8.
All right.
Stab, 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 stab.
This thing is getting pissed off, and it has too many targets.
Turn done.
Galliford.
Let's see if this helps us out. Galliford's going to angle his rapier up as he performs his secret technique, Steel Wind Strike. Motherfucker.
Seeing you charging up to do an attack, it swings its axe on you. Doesn't hit, but enough it gets Excalibur to knock you off balance.
Galliford is just shocked. I think that's the first time I've missed a main target with that. But that was an action, so that is his turn.
Caradwin.
It's probably the lowest damage you've ever rolled with it, too.
Ah,
20 will hit. We'll take the 5. Yep. And you go back to hiding. Seeing now that with Caradwin's spectral hand, you see she's preventing it to heal its wounds, enraging it even more.
I like imagining that we each have a head, guys.
It's going to attack Excalibur with a crit.
oh shit. Okay. Well, I gotta make sure on what I need to roll to dodge it.
Oh, disadvantage. Hold on. Let me re-roll that. 22.
Okay, that'll still hit, but I now
At
need
least
to
it's not
roll.
a crit.
Yeah. First 8. Now I have to roll higher than 11. Yay, whew.
So does it hit or miss?
It hits, it misses. He took out a clone.
Okay. Sonia. A 17.
That's a miss.
Alright. Not wanting to get hit again, you dodge out of the way as it embeds its giant axe into the ice right next to you. Caslin.
Caslin circles around again, and seeing it's being swarmed, he's gonna sharpshoot it again.
That's a hit.
And that's his turn.
Alright, Sonia.
Sonya's gonna cause harm on it.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh. Harm with harm.
Okay, I have a DC.
I mean, Sonya, we're all causing harm to
Okay,
it.
I have a question. Is it DC 17 or DC 16?
It should be a 17. I don't know why it says that in the bottom, but
Okay.
it's 17.
I have a plus 11 to con.
You still take half though, so it's still gonna be hurt.
Oh wait, it's normal, not with disadvantage. I failed. Sonia, go ahead and describe to me how you slay this giant.
So Sonia's kind of been holding in a bunch of anger because every time she's trying to do something, she keeps getting pushed down, and so she just kind of yells out, and like green, gross, magic just seeps all over the body and kind of seems to be sucking it out of it, like all like the energy out of it, or like, and make it into a husk.
All right. So you basically you're mummifying your it's like those ice mummies you find out from Mount Everest. And it falls over, shriveled up, and you can see in all of its faces the agony as the life drips from all its pores.
That's the last time someone brings me down.
Well, damn. Don't piss her off.
After you guys take a quick breather, battling two giant creatures, you see now the frozen over sarcophagus, and with that we are going to take a quick 5-minute break. So you guys just watch Sonia drain the life out of this frost giant in the most gruesome way possible. What do you do?
Loot the corpse.
Okay. It has a giant-sized battle axe made out of bone and scrap pieces of metal, basically. And this armor is made of patchwork armor, and it has three heads, and you can't. It has like one of them's like a male head, the other one's a female, and the other one's kind of deformed a bit.
Anybody seen anything like this before?
It's a giant. I literally come from an island of giants. I don't know. Would I have seen these type of things before?
Sonia, you can give me an intelligence check with advantage.
Okay. Intelligence is not my greatest, but okay.
Because this is a giant. Okay. You have heard stories about these deformed frost giants. They are abnormally more powerful than regular frost giants. This is the first time you've ever seen one. It's almost as if like as you see, there's three heads. Some you've heard stories of some even having up to 5 or more heads on this creature. It's as if multiple giants fused together to make one powerful being, almost. Like you see upon you, is a mutant.
Well, I've heard of these guys, but I've never actually seen them in person. Somebody definitely experimented on this thing.
Are you feeling okay?
No, I think I'm gonna have to go lie down on a pillar or something. I'm bleeding out of everywhere.
Mason will give you another third level cure wounds. He goes, try not to break it this time, 007. I mean, Sonia.
Eh, I'm okay. I'll walk it off.
Well,
How
here's
about
to make sure you don't die while walking it off.
You're welcome to ride Excalibur for the moment while we check everything else in here.
Yeah, she's gonna
Ma-
go. I'm gonna take a
Mason
nap.
just Mason shakes his head. He's like, honestly, I thought Stig was the reckless one. What was that? Nothing, Stig.
It looks like Stig is taking parts from the creature, so Gallifrey is going to inspect the coffin.
All right. How are you inspecting it?
Is there any symbol on it or any like secret latch or anything?
You do see it is frozen over, and it does have a lid.
Of course, it's frozen. I'm not very strong for lifting something while it's frozen, so I'm going to see if I can chip away the ice along the edging to make it easier to lift.
Okay, you pull out a knife and start chipping away along the ice. What is everybody else doing?
Stig and Mason are collecting materials for weapons.
Um, give me a survival check, either individually or one with advantage.
Now that's funny. Stig and Mason have the same survival. So I'm going to have Mason do it at advantage because he's the weapons guy.
Okay. All right. It's gonna take you. As you see, this is a massive creature, so it's going to take you a while to get all the good parts. Um, but for now, put in the inventory a frost salamander hide, teeth, and claws. Um, with a survival check of 19.
After I've chipped enough of the ice away, I'm gonna whistle for Excalibur to try and lift the lid with me kind of guiding it so it doesn't just slam onto the floor.
Okay. Have Excalibur give me a strength check.
Oh, he's got a higher strength too.
He cannot seem. It still seems that the lid is still a bit frozen.
Seeing that, Gallifrey's gonna start chipping at it a little bit more.
Caradwin, Sonia, what are you doing?
I'm resting on Excalibur.
Once Mason and Stig finish material gathering, we'll come over.
Okay. You guys.
You haven't gotten this thing open
Yeah,
yet?
you see You see Excalibur trying to catch a grip. Gallifrey's trying to chip away at the ice, and Caradwin, you're looking at up and down the tomb. It does seem to have a carving. You believe that of the warrior inside, carved into the lid of the same warrior you saw out on the statue.
Maybe we need to try lifting this thing together.
No, I got it. Stig is gonna go for it.
Give me a strength check, Stig.
I'm gonna use my inspiration just because I'm petty. Just strength?
Yes. Oh my.
I lift and I just push myself down on the ice.
You slip on the ice, hit your head, and you now have a big old welt on your head.
Gallenford tries to hold in the chuckle, and will kind of turn towards Excalibur.
I take my glaive to it.
Let me try and help you this time.
I hit it with my glaive.
Give me an attack roll, Stig.
Konnichi.
Why do you roll 3 times?
I'm recklessly attacking.
Oh.
Lag for the 3 attacks.
You are breaking away the ice.
Oh, you want a piece of me, huh? I'll show you, you stupid coffin. You're dead. I mean, you are dead, but you're dead and dead.
It seems that now the coffin may be easier to open.
Give it a go, Excalibur.
I would like to assist Excalibur.
Okay, roll with advantage. The lid comes off, and inside you see the corpse, the remains of the warrior. He is wearing the best example I can do. I know Jeremy has and Connor has. I don't think Connor made it to the mountains yet, but he is wearing the silvered armor sets, Jeremy.
Yeah, I understand.
So you guys see he's wearing he's wearing chainmail with silver rings on it, a luscious white wolf cloak. The helmet is that that is made from a wyvern's head. He's wearing boots, and you can see his mighty battle axe to his side, and in his clasp in his hands, on his chest, you see a silver orb.
Oh, looks like we did it.
Yep. Stig takes a step back and he goes, "But you can grab it this time, Gallenford."
Why is everyone so cautious? Gallenford will...
Last time I grabbed something, I turned into a rat vampire thing. Of course, we did get to meet Aurora because of that.
Gallenford will reach for the orb.
Okay. You are able to pull the orb from his grasp. You also see that he's wearing a ring on one of his fingers.
We'll try to dexterously remove the ring.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check. You break off his finger.
Gallenford!
I wasn't trying to. I'm normally really good at this. I'm going to try and put the finger back after getting the ring and see if mending works on the flesh.
You've cursed us all. He's cursed us all, right? Sonia, has he cursed us?
I'm not the cursed type of cleric, so I wouldn't know.
No,
don't think so.
That's Aurora's. Oh, I miss her so much. Aurora, we need you.
Gallifrey will kind of just try and say an Sylvan like prayer to the warrior. Maybe this was a rite of passage to earn the items. Though I think these other items may be enchanted in some way too. They're not really my style. Any thoughts, Caradwin, maybe?
Mason will hold up his hand. He's like, "Could we talk about this somewhere warmer?"
We could, but if there is something magical about the armor or axe or anything that could be more useful to you guys, might need someone else to kind of pull them free.
Mason will look to Gallifrey. It's like, "Well, you've already desecrated. I guess there's no harm."
Kazan will assist Mason. I have no problem with corpses.
DM, just a question of how long we can keep withstanding this cold.
You're all wearing cold winter gear, so you're fine right now.
All right, Mason will start ritually casting Identify.
Okay.
He will start with the armor because he's an armorer.
So after 10 minutes, the only piece of armor on him that is enchanted, it seems like, is the boots. And this is what it is. I will put it in everybody's handouts.
While Mason is doing this, Stig is trying to wield the giant's axe.
Okay, it is a great axe. It looks like it's made from bone and from ice crystals, similar to that of the ice elementals you fought earlier. And is the boots? It should be on your handouts. Is the boots of the Winterlands?
That might actually come in handy. I feel like this might come in handy in the future, Mason says.
Do we have to go back to the mountains for something?
Mason will say, "Well, I have heard, and correct me if I'm wrong, DM, that Mason heard a rumor that there was trouble up at his old encampment up in the frozen regions,
Yeah, he has.
way north."
He's heard there's been activity up there. He doesn't know of what, but there's some things going on.
There have been some disturbances that we might have an interest to go investigate.
Oh.
Mason will then proceed to the battle axe.
Okay. You all wait another 10 minutes as Mason begins to cast Identify on the battle axe. Also, he noticed the first thing that there are runes ancient dwarven runes carved into the hilt of this battle axe. This is what the battle axe is.
Well,
It has a
does
name.
anybody speak Dwarvish?
I think I do.
Sonia, you go up and look, and the ancient dwarvish text is it's a name, Moder, and it should be out.
Ah.
It should be now in your handouts.
No, and I was thinking Leviathan.
That's nice. You get resistance to fire damage.
It's a pretty sweet battle axe. Who here can wield the battle axe? Stig raises his hand.
What weapon can't you wield? Oh, Sonya can wield it.
Yeah, Sonya can wield this battle axe.
I guess I should ask Caradwin to look at these while Mason was looking at those.
Caradwin can definitely look at the ring. While, and this is what the ring is. It is a ring of warmth.
Oh, something else that'll be useful for that trip.
Those are the only items of value or note that are is in the sarcophagus.
What about the orb that I retrieved?
Oh, that's right. Sonia, I mean, okay, so Mason did the boots and the battle axe, so Caradwin will do the ring and the, god damn it, and the orb. It is the orb of Morkuk.
I don't know why, but when the orb of Morkuk is like, yes, but yes, he wanted it well done, not. This is rare. Morkuk, please.
I am horrible with names. I changed the name from its original name.
It's a good name. It's just that's the first thing I thought was Morkuk, please.
Wow, and that orb is supposed to be one of those items, or am I making assumptions?
It is one of those items that you're trying to find.
Any takers, or am I okay to strap this to myself?
Yeah, you. This would be considered a short rest, Sonia. So you can spend hit die if you want.
Stig was also thinking about taking this. Just the fact that Stig can make opportunity attacks before or after they enter his area.
Oh, that's true.
How many attunements do you have, Gallenford?
Let me check after I add up what I just rolled.
What the heck?
Attunement wise, 3, I think. I actually don't have the card for the animated shield. I can't remember if that's attunement or not.
The animated shield. Magic items. As it requires attunement.
3.
Sonia, were you going to claim that battle axe?
I was thinking about it, but then I would have to unattune to one of the items that I have. I mean, I guess I could. You can have it, Stig.
What do you have, Carla?
I have the Pariah's shield. I have the Mithril armor, and the Drift Globe. I think the Mithril armor is something you need to attune to, right?
I don't think the Mithril armor is.
Mithril armor is not attuned either.
It isn't? Okay, then I guess I could take it. I just have that and then the my dinosaur.
Yeah.
The Drift Globe is not attuned, so you only have one.
Okay.
Take it, Carla. Take.
Okay, then I'll take the battle axe. Okay, I'll take it.
How many did you have, Stig?
I have 3. I am currently attuned to the two-handed gauntlets, which allows me to wield my glaive one-handed. The Mind Guard crown, which you guys insist. And a Featherfall cloak that Mason made that allows me to cast Featherfall once a day.
What does Carradine have? So, is there anything else you wish to do in this frozen tomb?
I think we've covered all the bases.
Should we head back up and rest before attempting another room?
That's up to
I
you.
I would agree with that.
Probably for the best, I guess.
All right, you all make your way back up into the warmth of the stony puzzles up ahead, and then all the way back up to
What's
your fort.
what's Kaslin's equipment?
Caslin has braces of archery, the quiver of Alona, and the dragon wing bow. Only 2 of them are attunement.
Yeah, the only problem is that the orb or the none of these really seem to fit with him.
Yeah, I'm wondering if placing the shield down for the orb would make sense or not. Unless you're thinking of placing something down to use the orb as well.
The orb also allows you to do an extra 2d10 cold damage on reaction attacks.
The orb?
That's what it says. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you may roll with a weapon.
Oh,
So you can make an attack and then use your reaction to do an extra damage.
okay. I misheard. I thought you said I heard cold instead of weapon damage.
But also, for instance, Kazan could shoot his arrow and then expend his reaction to deal an extra 2d10.
Yes.
That I don't see Kazlan making any he doesn't really have any other reaction powers, and I don't see him making attacks of opportunity, so maybe he should hold on to the orb.
Yeah, actually, that would work.
So let's have Kazlan hold on to the orb.
Okay. What do you guys wish to do for this evening back up on your fort?
Have we heard word from the professor?
No, you haven't heard anything yet.
How much longer are we gonna stay house arrested?
Oh yeah, you got your back in your...
Well, maybe you can be of some assistance, Mason. Scalibur is formidable and all, but easy to hit. You think it'd be feasible to form some type of protective layer for him to wear? You know, like how you see war horses out on the field?
Mason will ponder. He goes, "Well, when you when you dismiss him, does he take his equipment with him?"
He's never really had any equipment. I've never thought about it. About to look at the spell card to check.
See, the problem with summoned making armor equipment for summoned creatures is that it doesn't take it does not remain on the individual, so you will be having to carry his armor around, which is highly unfeasible.
Oh, you make a good point. Whenever the mount disappears, it leaves behind any object it was wearing or carrying.
Believe me, Gallenford, you are not the first person to have considered armor for your summoned companion.
Oh, that's a bummer. Guess I'll go do a little bit of writing about our adventures and some sword practice.
Okay. What is everybody else doing for the evening?
I think Mason and Stig would like to maybe discuss what we might make out of this frost salamander.
Okay.
I was actually wondering if we could make like some frost, like ice arrows.
You can most certainly can out the teeth.
I was just wondering if Kazan might find those useful. Especially if they did something like Ray of Frost where they slow your enemies.
You won't know until you make them.
Alright, we'll try and craft some arrows. I don't know what you want me to roll, or if you want me to roll.
It will be you'll be using your the tinker tools. Since you're making arrows, it's going to be not as high as the DC won't be as high. It will be tinker tools with intelligence, I think.
Okay, does the forge that we have help in this? Doesn't say. Oh well. I don't know if Stig can assist him.
Since you're making arrows, Kazlan can, because he's an archer and he probably has experience making his own arrows out in the wild.
Yeah, like Kazdan's making the shafts and Mason's making the actual tips.
Yes.
Mason's got his flash of genius ready. And he'll just add his flash of genius anyways to make it a 27.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. He's able to make 15 arrows. He didn't lose a single tooth. They do. This is what basically it will do the frost breath damage of the frost salamander. I will post that. Give me 1 second.
I was a little miffed that we only had 15, but not anymore.
So it's not an area. So so again, it's not the breath. It's just so that one creature will have to make a DC 17 con save.
Yes. Now we need to come up with a name for these arrows.
Whatever you name it, that's what I'll assign the button for him on the character sheet.
All right. So Mason and Kazan are making the arrows. Caradwin, you go up and begin to try to find as much more research as you can. You have already researched in the past, so has Mason. But are you trying to look more instead of broader terms? Are you trying to like narrow down specifically like each person? Okay. So you already did okay. So give me a history check, since you're trying to focus now on the lightning trial next. Digging more deeper into instead of broadening it out, you find out that this next hero was specialized in seafair. He wielded a mighty harpoon at the time of his when he was around, and he was able. You find a legend that he perhaps was able to defeat a creature known as the World Serpent. again, another, and the edges and this and everything seems more Viking like, another Viking like hero. He was a seafarer warrior, specializing in that field. So it's safe to assume that the lightning you may be having to deal with a lot of storm elements. So it's not your favorite, as you are afraid of water. Sonia, what are you doing?
She's probably gonna test out her new battle axe for a bit, and then after that, she's probably gonna turn in for the night early.
Okay, yeah, you got beat up pretty well.
Yep.
I'm practicing with my rapier. Would you like to join me?
Yeah, sure.
She unleashed a frost breath on you, Galliford.
Wouldn't do that to him.
You guys spar for a little bit, so you're getting the feel for this legendary battle axe, most likely made from the bones of the dragon known as Motor.
hmm
Kazlan, after helping creating his brand new arrows, he would retire to his tower. Sig, what are you?
I am in the bath. Oh, that's nice.
The evening goes on. You guys rest up. Caradwin, can you please give me a... Wait. After your research, are you all just going to bed? Going to sleep?
Gallifrey would do his general research before bed and his write-up of the adventure, and then he's head to bed.
Do we know how long we have to stay here? How long we're house arrested?
You were not given a specific time frame. He will let you know.
So Stig will compose a letter to Aurora telling of the adventures, with the help of Gallenford.
Be happy to help.
I'm gonna do a charisma check to see how well this letter goes.
Okay.
If I'm helping, coaching him, does that
You
kind of...
you could give advantage.
Little better. Everything is spelt right.
Uh, So Caradron's asking. She's going to use legend lore on the other items.
There's the one from the Frost Viking guy. What was the other one? The crown that you have, I believe?
You have currently. Where is it? Oh, yeah, the circlet.
Why do I feel like you may have done legend lore on the circlet before?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It gives him right now an advantage. He has a +2 to Arcana, History, and Religious checks, and it allows him to locate the other circlet pieces. But you all know that they are within the tomb below.
I'm curious if you might get a more fixed location if you do the circlet. But then again, you might get the same information but might get something new from the orb.
Okay. You would know, Caradron, after casting this spell, focus it on the orb. Um, this orb was helped with the warrior defeat actually Motor, the ancient white dragon of legend. Uh, gaining his power, and with that he was able to harness Motor's power for himself in order to battle the ancient great old ones in the ancient war. Combine, you all would also know that all these pieces combine into one artifact. You don't. into a singular crown. The orb is specifically helps with melee and basically melee warriors and such. So it gives them advantage over his enemies. The orb is made out of pure moonstone, which is a very rare item, very rare gemstone. This is the first time you've ever held something like this in your hand. Yes. The items we found on the heroes all become a crown, or all the items you found come together. All five items come together to make an artifact that is a crown. Each of the warriors that are down below hold one of the 5 pieces. You have 2 of the 5. There are 3 more down below.
How? It's been a little bit of time. Just to make sure we're just not forgetting anything or any visitors that may have come by, Galliford will ask the staff if they've gotten any word from what's that dragon's name? Tasma
Ismith?
Ismith.
You ask around and you have heard nothing from or about Ismith. And last time, Caradorn sent a message and she did not get a response. Stig, unfortunately, you don't think the town has a taxidermist that would be able to mount this salamander head in your room or keep. You could definitely send a letter and have one sent to you from the Imperial City.
Might just have to go ahead and incorporate a trophy room into Fort Axness.
Wonder if there's a book in the library you can use and maybe you can learn to do that yourself.
You mean study? That sounds like school.
Only when you have to sit still with a book in your hand, but what if you were learning in song?
Just a blank stare.
Galliford will just randomly start singing about taxidermy.
I'd love to hear that sing along. Just put it in the acid and watch the skin melt away.
Are you wanting to, like, you want the hide or you want the skull?
No, I want the head.
Yeah, with skin and everything, not just a bleached skull.
I believe that they take the skull and then they put fake skin over it.
Have you seen the deer in my living room?
I don't do this stuff. I'm guessing this is fantasy.
It's
Would you guys mind if we just paid 1,000 gold to start making a trophy room?
I have no objections.
It's either that or the dungeon. Yeah,
Just leave a section where I can mount swords from vanquished enemies.
that would count.
I figured that's what the armory's for. The armory's for weapons.
No. When you be the master swordsman, when you're a swords person, then you mount their sword like a trophy of your victory.
Yeah, you put it in the armory. You just put it way up where no one can reach it. Anyways, we're getting a trophy room.
Okay. Spend 1,000 gold.
Now, is this coming out of the party funds or Stig personally?
I say party funds.
Fairtwin, I'll let you do that since you're technically the treasurer somehow.
Since I think I'm holding the bag that goes to the professor, I can send everything to him and then also write a little note asking how much longer on the house arrest.
Okay. You send it away. Shortly after the funds are no longer in the pack and whatnot. But you all get some sleep for the rest of the night. Unless there's anything that you wish to do right before bed.
I think Galliford did all his other stuff. And be right back real quick.
Alright? You all go to bed after a long day. Sonia, you curl up in a ball in your comfy bed. Your body is sore. You're tired. You're bruised. Mason and Stig, you are the same way. Caslin is in his tower, kind of watching over the night sky and over the courtyard. Caradwin, you're going over your books. The last little bit of candlelight. Galliford's writing away in his room, detailing the epic battle between the giant and the frost salamander. Stig, you're getting a little giddy for being able to hang now monster trophies throughout your keep. Caradwin, give me a charisma saving throw. All right. As you are about to go to bed, you're about to crawl in underneath the warmth of your sheets. You feel a tug towards the puzzle box. But you are able to resist its call. Its forceful call, I should say. Okay. You all wake up in the morning. The smell of breakfast fills the halls. Uh, Galliford, in the pack, there is two notes. One is about the taxidermist from the hunter. A taxidermist from the Hunter Slayers is starting to make his way towards your hall. That specializes in making trophies. Uh, and the second note from the professor. He just says he will give an update soon about about the house arrest. Things are tense and touchy, and he's making a case for you guys.
Just to be clear, we're doing this willingly. There's nobody stopping us from leaving, right?
You basically can't leave town. But yes, officially you are under house arrest, but there's no guards at your keep.
Stig will remember that.
So, what do you wish to do this morning?
If everyone's at the breakfast table, Gaunford will inform them of the information he received, while pointing out that since we've been cooped up, we need a better way of hearing news from what's going on out there.
Saying that we could. We don't have to sneak out. There's nobody here. But you were saying, Gallenford, we needed to get need a better source of information.
Well, in his letter, he said things were tense and he's pleading a case for us, which has me think that our faces are out there being, like how a wanted poster might be out for people.
DM, why are we under house arrest?
Due to Caradwin's actions with...
Oh, yeah, Caradwin. That's all you needed to say.
And that you guys are all, since a party, you are all, yeah, accessories. You're all suffering the same consequences as what happened. You have dealt or released uh, an unknown entity into the world by accident, which is why
Which one?
which is why Carolyn's a half elf, and with the cursed state of Hermon, Beauregard has evolved into a more powerful being than beyond that of just an undead horse.
Yeah, but just to make sure we got our story straight while we're in court, which one is it that they're accusing us of? Which one do they not know about?
They know about both.
Oh, dang it! I gotta call my lawyer.
Hmm. Can't really escape to the Feywild if things go south, unless I take that deal. I whisper that portion, by the way.
Mason pops up. Don't take it.
Don't take what?
A deal.
What deal?
You were talking about a deal. Whatever it is, don't take it. I'm still trying to get rid of my deal. It's a big deal.
Valid
Does the
point.
majority of the party have deals with somebody? I don't have a deal with anybody.
No, I don't have a deal with anybody.
Only deal I did make.
Caslin,
Was-
do you have a deal with? Have you made it? Did you make a pact with somebody?
Not sure he came down for breakfast.
He's still in his tower. He's not a morning person.
That's okay. Stig stands up. My dad taught me how to deal with morning people. Where's the bucket? Stig's
Bucket?
gonna go wake up Caslin like they do it in the army. He's gonna throw ice water on him.
Good luck. I think he sleeps upside down on the ceiling.
Stig throws the
tower.
bucket at the ceiling.
It's not even full of water. It's just a bucket. He just chucks it.
Wake up! Sun's up!
Um, so yeah, I mean, what do you guys wish to do today?
So, are we going back down and testing this storm one, or are we staying up and exploring more of our town?
I feel like we need a day on the town.
I agree. I think I'm gonna need it a couple days before all my bruises heal fully.
It will still be there tomorrow.
That's true, and I think we were safe as long as we don't leave the town and everything, so let's go get to know our neighbors that we helped protect from them.
That we haven't talked to in 6 months.
Yeah.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Be right back.
He's leaving because he hasn't prepared anything in town.
Oh man, you're gonna be like a brand new face to a lot of them, Carrot.
That one seamstress is like, that new skincare product's really doing it for you, Caradrin. I didn't recognize you. By the way, I updated the Meddlers theme to incorporate that. So what's the first? So what would you guys like to do once we're off house arrest?
Well, I don't have anything specific, and I'm banned from my hometown, so my only thoughts are really finding out what's going on with Ismuth, because that's bothering me. That black dragon is either dead or out there, or did Ismuth gain her power and is now doing something without at least informing us? And I think Mason has some stuff he needs to deal with back home, so he helped me and might as well help him.
Mason would mention that there is some disturbances that he mentioned before up at his. I don't think that's where he came from. That's where he was stationed in the military. Stig would like to hunt down Beauregard, but he doesn't want to do that until Aurora gets back.
Well, Sonia's still trying to find that monster, and currently we don't have any more leads after leaving Vermont, so
And it
he's
really
up for
wasn't that
anything at
thing
this
we
point.
killed?
Nope.
How would you compare the monster to that one?
You know, it's hard to say because I've never seen it before. I've only seen the carnage it's left. And it lurks in the dark.
Does it whisper anything? Like, does it speak in the third person? Maybe call itself Smeagol?
I don't think so. I mean, you know, it almost feels like I'm hunting for something that doesn't exist, but I know exists because it literally killed like half of my family.
Oh, it's one of those abstract concept monsters. Like in the legends when it says the great warrior had to face against fear itself.
Yeah, I guess.
And I guess fear takes the form of a wolf, I guess.
What about you, Caradwin? Anything that you wish to do once we're off this house arrest?
You know, maybe since we had the time, maybe you could tell us what the actual F was bad enough that you thought this was an improvement, gesturing at the new Caradwin. Oh, we were there for the bride for Beauregard. Tell us about the deal with the devil. Please give us a detailed backstory now that you can't talk. And your plan to resolve that is to just keep selling it to other people?
Can you actually sell something if you don't own it anymore?
I think you're stepping into some bureaucratic gray area there, Garlandford. And how's that working out so far?
That could be very risky. I don't know about here, but I'm pretty sure there are some dangerous creatures in the Feywild who feast on souls or could at least destroy them, just leaving you lost to the void. If multiple beings are fighting over your soul, it could destroy you. Wait, the devil owns it. Does he have it? Is your soul currently there?
You know who would.
Caradwin
Go
dies,
ahead,
does
Kate.
that mean if Caradwin dies, does that mean that her soul, even if we try to bring her back, would her soul not come back?
You know who would be great, who would probably have that knowledge? Aurora. She would know all about devils and monsters stealing souls and what it does afterwards. I miss her. I wish she'd come back.
Technically, Carrot, when you own something that could stop, if your soul is still present in your body, you are wearing, well, actually, I don't know if you're still wearing it, but you have something that we both bought that if you died, your soul goes into there and you're not technically dead. You're just in that item, which would hold you off from another being. Do you still have the earring?
By the way, I think we're all sitting at a table eating maple bars.
Okay.
Once winter passes, I can actually plant one of the seeds from the trees in the Feywild, and we can actually sell some of the maple syrup. But I can't plant it right now. That is a good point, Carrot. When someone could just steal the earring, and then you're in the same boat.
Yeah, to me, it just sounds like she's packaging her soul up into a nice little to-go box.
If
Question
you
you gotta
re-
ask yourself, Caradrin, is was it worth it?
there must be a way to find a way out of the deal for you instead of offering yourself to other beings.
Stig will look to Galen's like, have you ever heard of somebody who bought their soul back from a devil?
Would I know any tales of this happening?
Um, you can give me either a history or religion check, and this is a very high DC. Because the only from being from the Feywild, the only deals you would know would be from made from hags, not really necessarily devils. You haven't heard of any stories whatsoever that a person has been able to reclaim their soul back from a devil.
Sorry, most of my knowledge deals with hags, and they're more for taking your body, feasting on you, or changing you into things, not so much your soul.
Do you know who'd probably know stories like that?
Aurora.
Aurora.
Well, now that we're aware, we can keep an eye out for information that might help.
As you are all having this conversation around the dinner table or the breakfast table, Caradwin, you begin to feel a burning sensation in your chest, as if you are being lit on fire from the inside out. And it begins to burn and burn hotter and hotter. And you notice there is smoke and embers coming from your spell book.
Do we notice the embers coming from the spellbook?
Uh, yeah. Well, I'm assuming. Yeah, Kerrigan's spellbook is on her, and you all see, and she is clutching her chest and she is screaming, and she's in pain, like she's being lit on fire from the inside out. You don't see any fire coming from her, but you can tell it's kind of connected to her book. What are you doing, Caradwin? As you see your spell book basically kind of light begin to burn a little bit. You open straight to your contract, and you see your contract go up in flames. And as soon as it's up in embers and the ashes are floating in the air, you no longer feel that burning sensation in your chest.
Jared, what just happened? Yeah, Sonia just dumps like a whole thing of water on Carrot because she thought she was on fire.
Okay. You, Caradrin, you no longer feel bound to the contract. You will get a response. Oh no, darling. I haven't even begun to attempt to free you from that contract. Interesting. Well, I am happy it happened. You get a response. I told you I was working on a solution. I have your best interest, Cadwin. I wish you would trust me more. Send word soon about your house arrest. Things are promising. And Caradrin, you no longer have any marks or any levels of evil or bitchiness anymore now that you're no longer bound to your contract. You get a response. A Hail Mary. um, he does not respond back, Caradwin, this time. But yeah, Caradwin, you're no longer. Your soul is now yours. You no longer are bound to the devil in hell.
Well, Caradwin, maybe you can start to try and learn a hobby and enjoy everything. I'm sure you've only been studying so hard because you've been trying to find a loophole, but now that you don't have to, what's something that makes you just generally smile?
No, I know this is probably not the best idea, but why don't we just celebrate and just get shit faced? That never had any bad consequences, right?
Oh, you should have seen in our early days the mud pig wrestling. And a random
Oh
stranger
yeah,
waking up with a squirrel bite.
and a missing ear.
All right. You guys decide to celebrate this Caradron's newfound freedom. This is very unheard of. It's still bothering you, Caradron, that the professor has done almost as the impossible, and is eating at you that you want to know how he did it. But you all celebrate throughout the rest of the day with friends, companions, and villagers from the town. Bubba Joe brings his special brew, and you all get shit-faced throughout the day. And with that, we'll end the session there.